Hey ladies, welcome to Women Talk. You know what I think is missing from this conversation? Everyone keeps asking, why don't women want relationships anymore? But no one is asking, what would actually make women say yes again? Because the truth is, women are not confused, women are not broken, women are not too independent. The offer just doesn't make sense. And if men actually want buy in, there are some things that would have to change. Not slightly, but fundamentally. Number one, acknowledge women as autonomous, not extensions of you. This is the first thing, and it's non negotiable. Women are not here to center their lives around men or adjust themselves to fit men or orbit their needs. We are whole people with our own desires, boundaries, timelines, and decisions. And I think a lot of men say that they understand that, but they still operate like, as long as she's mine, she should move how I want. And that mindset alone kills attraction because you can't say you want a partner and then treat her like she exists to support your life alone. Number two, see women as more than sexual access and labor. Let's be real. A lot of women have experienced this and are experiencing it. Being desired physically, but not valued holistically. Expected to be available sexually all of the time. Keep things exciting, nurture, support, maintain the home, tend to the children, and somewhere in all of that, she stops feeling like a person and starts feeling like a role. And women are opting out of that because if the relationship feels like I exist to meet your needs, that's not love, that's utility. Number three, get control over your sexual discipline. This one is uncomfortable, but it needs to be said. Women are tired of competing with other women, attention, impulses, and lack of restraint. There is this expectation that men are just like that. They can't help it. No, at some point, self-control becomes a requirement. Because if a woman feels like you're easily distracted, easily tempted, easily pulled elsewhere, she's never going to feel secure. And without security, there's no buy-in. Number four, be realistic and humane about sex. This is another one no one says out loud, and quite frankly, one that few people talk about before marriage. Sex cannot be the center of the relationship, and it cannot come with rigid expectations. Life happens, stress happens, health happens, hormones change, energy fluctuates. And if your entire connection rises and falls on am I getting what I want when I want it, that doesn't feel safe. It feels like pressure. And women don't lean into pressure, they pull away from it. Number five, if we're both working, we're both responsible. Let's bring this out of theory and into real life. If both people are working, then both people are responsible. Not helping, not when you feel like it, not tell me what to do, responsible. This one reminds me of new fathers when they say, oh, I'll babysit for you tomorrow. What do you mean you'll babysit? This is your baby. Responsible. Because a lot of women are looking at relationships now and realizing they're working full time and then coming home to a second shift. Cooking, cleaning, planning, remembering everything, managing the household, tending to the children while he's relaxing. And then they're being told, well, you should have asked. No, at this point, women are not looking for someone to assist them. They're looking for someone who already understands this is my responsibility too. Because if being with you means my workload doubles, that's not partnership, that's a liability. And women are opting out of that completely. Number six, align your definition of respect with what respect actually means. This is a big one because a lot of the disconnect is happening right here. A lot of men say they want respect, but what they really mean is do what I say. And that's not respect. Respect is not control or obedience or silence or even agreement. Respect is how you treat someone, how you speak to them, how you handle their boundaries, how you show up when you don't get your way. Because it's easy to be respectful when everything is going your way. The real question is, how do you treat her when she says no, when she disagrees, when she sets a boundary, when she doesn't center you? Does your tone change? Does your patience disappear? Does the energy shift? Because if it does, that's not respect, that's control. And women are no longer confusing the two. You cannot say you want a woman who respects you while refusing to respect her autonomy. It has to go both ways, and it has to be consistent because respect isn't something you demand, it's something you demonstrate. Number seven, define love by what it actually does. I think this is where everything needs to be simplified. Love is not a feeling. Love is not words. Love is not what you say when things are good. Love is what you do. And a clear definition, one that I wrote for myself and one that I live by, to love someone is to protect and nurture their physical and emotional well-being. That's it. Simple. So if that's the standard, then we have to be honest about what doesn't align with that. You cannot say you love someone and put their physical health at risk, sleeping with other people, creating exposure, bringing uncertainty into their body, their safety, and their peace. That's not love. Because protection is not optional. It's not an optional part of the definition. And the same goes for emotional well-being. You can't say you love someone and create instability, anxiety, inconsistency, and confusion. That's not nurturing. That's disruption. And women are starting to define love by impact, not intention. Not I didn't mean to, or that's just how I am, but how does this actually affect me? Because real love should feel like safety, care, consideration, and stability, not risk, not stress, not uncertainty. So when women say, I'd rather be single, part of what they're really saying is if it doesn't protect me and nurture me, it's not love, and they're no longer willing to call it that. So here's the bottom line. Women don't think our standards are unreasonable, and for the men who believe they are, we simply have to agree to disagree and move on with our lives. For the men who are willing to mentally advance into the 21st century, the 7 points I laid out are the baseline, the starting point. And for the rest, we respect your right to want what you want, but we're choosing something different. To my ladies, leave a comment below if you agree. Hey ladies, quick pause for a second. Did you know I actually created a space for us to connect outside of the comments? Because let's be real, a lot of us are bonding under these videos, sharing stories, agreeing, laughing, and sometimes you're thinking, I wish I could actually meet women like this in real life. That's exactly why I created Pink Filters. It's a community just for women where we can talk freely about whatever we want. And there's even a built-in friend matching feature if you're looking to build your sisterhood or meet new friends who actually get you. So if you've been craving deeper connections, this is your place. Go check out pink-filters.com and I'll put the link up at the end of the video.